I'm back again, and this is my first video for the June kit. So these are pretty awesome. Unicorn, mermaid, you know, fun, whimsical kind of a style, and I thought I'd live it up today. So just sprayed some water on this lovely sprinkle kind of paper and just sprayed the 3 mists that we got in the collection. Really nice that the blue and the purple, blue and the pink mixed to make some purple, and the yellow looks a bit goldy, but they all look really nice. So just cutting off the branding strip because I forgot to do that. I haven't gessoed the page, so it's a bit flimsy as it dries, and I figured I could use that title, Unicorn and Sparkles, and against the back of that mixed media, it stands out a lot more than what it would have before. So I thought I'd position the photo like that and with the title, and then of course that goes totally out the window as I start creating. I actually forget that I had a title in mind until the end and had to improvise. So I'm just looking for some papers to back my photo. Wanted to get a bit textural and a bit wild with the layering, and this is how I go. So I start with 2 pages, and I thought I'd get the pink from this one and the blue from that one. And as I cut this one off and turn it over, I realised it's the same paper, and I nearly cut into 2 of the same papers, which would have been pretty devastating for the first layout from a kit. That would have been pretty silly of myself. So it means I couldn't use that page as a background if I'd cut into both of them. Anyway, so there's this nice little tealy kind of blue love hearts, and I know, you know, the blue and the pink and the yellow of the mist are slightly different shades, but it doesn't matter because they're shades. You can get away with whatever you want to do on your layout and just enjoy it. So going ahead, having a little look, flipping my paper over and playing with it as it dries. I could have got the heat gun out, but I knew I'd be playing with my layering, so I didn't bother drying it. So going to add this little bit of packaging from one of the ephemera or stickers or something. I think it's the puffy stickers. So just ripping that, cutting it up to the size I want. And I've just put the goodies on the left, the left near my drink, which apparently you need to see more of my drink and the goodies rather than what I'm actually doing. So this little piece of grid paper was there's a couple of them in the kit. Just using my paper shredder, ripper, yeah, is that what it's called? To rough up the edge there, and I'm just going to stick it on. Now I really try to put these doilies on. I tried with the white one earlier and I thought, oh no, the pink one will be good. So I've left them on my desk, and I figure I'm going to use some washi. Going to put it on the back like that, so I stick it on the page. It doesn't matter that it's a bit see-through, that you can see the mixed media behind it, because it's just a textural kind of a layer. So I got out this pink muslin fabric, and I'm going to add this as a background. That's going to add a whole lot of texture, a whole lot of softness and sweetness, and we're going to go from there. So no, that's not a very good segue. I was going to talk about the photo, but I was going to say, speaking of sweetness and whatever, that's not really. Yes, my son's sweet, but that's not what would be a good segue. This photo is of my son's hair. He's done it up himself, and he called it a unicorn. It's unicorn hair, and that's where I got the idea to use the unicorn title, and I figured I'd use some of the unicorn pieces in the ephemera and stickers and whatnot and get them done, because I've got 2 boys and they might not be able to use in every layout that I do, but I know I'll be able to have fun with this collection and be a bit whimsical and sweet and a bit funny like that. So this is definitely one of those moments. So just putting 2 layers of that muslin, one vertical, one horizontal, just stapling it on the top and the bottom. Just going to use this ampersand 6x6 paper, and if you watched my unboxing on my channel, you would know, or if you know anything about me, that I really struggle with ampersands, and if they're on my layout, they need to be part of the title or part of something, because otherwise you just read them and what's the point? So I'm going to use them as layering pieces. So there's this piece here, a little library card, ripped it down to add some grungy kind of a look, texture. Kind of thinking about putting that there, and I thought, okay, I'm just going to flatten this out a little. Doesn't matter if it's not totally flat because it's going to go in my album and it will flatten out there. I don't know what it is about me and gesso, but so many people like it that it's weird that I don't. I just don't like the way it makes my colours pop, and not pop, but make it actually, I don't know, it's too grainy for me. Maybe I need to try another brand of gesso. If you have a good brand of gesso, let me know and I'll maybe invest and try that. But the other thing is I just couldn't be bothered with the time frame of drying it and all that jazz. So adding some more washi. I did add some ink splatters on top of the mixed media background as I was rambling on. I'm just going to add some wet glue to the muslin back here of my layers on my photo, and I'm just going to stick it right down. So that washi that says nice, the colours were perfect except for probably that orange, but I try and hide that mostly with the muslin on the photo there. So look, I got a doily on the page. I knew I'd get it on there. And we're going to start having fun with the layout, although I was having fun with layering on the textures. So I'm going to do some more layering, adding in these ampersands. On they go. Just using wet glue because mixed media makes it a bit harder. Plus, I don't know if you've done it before, but if you're trying to push something in underneath the layers like a die cut piece and you put some double-sided tape on, it often gets stuck before it's meant to go where it's meant to go. But if you use wet glue, you can slide it along a lot easier. So I'm just going to pull out some of the die cuts. I'm just going through my really useful box of the collection and the kit. Just going to pull out what I think will go awesome. That Dare to be Different is just Oliver all over. So, and the paper clip, I thought, oh, that'll be good. I'll just clip that to the top there. However, there's not really room for the paper clip to sit in between the words, so I come back to that. Find a pink paper clip and thought, oh, that will go better. Although it's more reddy and it probably would have been nicer if it was blue, but it's okay, it doesn't matter. I'll use the blue one for another layout. Find the unicorn decoy. How crazy, the unicorn die cut, and I figure that's going to have to go somewhere. And all these love hearts that I remember seeing when I did the unboxing, I start pulling a couple out in the right colours, the enamel dots. I've got that blue little, sort of like a library card that's going to go. I found that sticker, the banner sticker with a unicorn on it. Figured the puppy stickers will come in handy, keep them close by, and here I go, start putting it all together. So this is where I really decide that it's not working. I wanted the staples to be shown, although I don't know if they're like if you can see them at the end. And I figure this little washi banner will be nice. It's got a unicorn, it'll be nice on the top. So I put it on and then realised it's too see-through to stay there. So I just used the backing of that sticker sheet and put it on, cut it out so that you can see it in its entirety, and it's like a shiny little die cut. So I'm going to use that and the paper clip to start the cluster up the top. Try it again. I'm really determined to get that banner piece on there, really, really determined. So I'm going to put that in the right layers so that it sits properly, glue down the banner. Don't worry about gluing in the paper clip, it's not really going to go anywhere. And here I go, adding in this banner on the side. Just going to put it up the top there, and that's going to just stick out like that. Again, got to find the right layer for it. So many layers on my photo that I need to make sure it goes where I want it to go. So rip this one in half, and I did want to use the ripped edge. As you can see, I go to put it on this side. Oh, that one goes on that side. I mean, the other there's another piece I put on the right side that I rip and then use the neat edge, which is not a problem, but it was just funny that I ripped it in on purpose to put it there. So just using a purple Sharpie to write something about unicorn hair circa 1990. Oh my gosh, my son is not that old. Circa 2017. I think it's because I guess circa was, I think, big when back in the 90s when I learnt it back then, or that's, I don't know, that's crazy. It's kind of, I guess because circa means it's a bit old, and instead of just last year. Crazy. So just going to commit to this unicorn piece. It's going to be lovely up the top there. And if you're playing along at home and you remember that Unicorn and Sparkles title that I had with that rainbow white glitter, and if you look at my layout now, even now, it's like, where would that go? That would be an idea to think about right now, Lauren, or a little bit earlier before you started going crazy with the layers and the embellishment clusters. But alas, I did not. But it is okay. It all works out in the end. So just sticking this down with some double-sided tape, 2 layers of the foam tape actually to make sure that it's at the right height. Just going through my little puffy stickers, and I end up with a star and a heart, and then I put in an enamel dot. So a 3 little sprinkle kind of cluster there. There we go. And then what are we going to do? Oh, the wood veneer heart. I thought that would go nicely there. I did mean to pull out another wood veneer heart and put it down the bottom embellishment cluster, but I forgot. But it's okay. It doesn't like stand out as, oh my gosh, there's wood veneer and it has nothing, well, nowhere else to join it to and link it to on the page. It ain't like that at all. It is a beautiful little embellishment cluster of sprinkles when I add some puffy stickers to it later, and that is it. So here's where I remember I had my die cut title. Trying to work out where it's going to go. I don't want to spread out what's going on in the middle, so instead I cut out the unicorns, round off the little letters, and then I remember, oh, maybe I should call it, not remember, I think, oh, I'll call it unicorn hair. I just double checked that I can't use those glitter thickers. Those blue thickers work. Stickers are actually, but I'm like, maybe, and I'll see if there's anything else. So I tried some things from this little sticker sheet here. Have a little play around with my title, and I left this in because sometimes it's nice to see what people are thinking and to work out what you would have done, or just to know that, hey, well, this is something you can try. It works here or it doesn't work here. I'm going to put this unicorn sticker here because why not? Look at that. So it's quite whimsical and crazy and fun and wild, this little layout. I love it. It just goes so well with my son and his personality. So I'm going to spell out hair in lowercase. I don't need it to be in uppercase. Why? The last 2 days when I've done videos, I've had issues with saying, like, explaining uppercase. Apparently, I've forgotten that it's called uppercase letters. So, unicorn hair, commit to it. On. Just using my wet glue again. I really love those white glitter die cut words, phrases, but they're going to be a bit tricky if you don't have like a solid kind of background. They're not going to stick out enough. So just having a look. The unicorn down the bottom is just too much. Just double checking before I take it away completely. Could go there, but it's really facing the wrong way. It would be lovely if he was facing the other way. But obviously when dear Lizzie made this collection, she did not think about my layout today and the fact that I needed a unicorn looking left. So instead, a bird goes on, a beautiful little bird. And I think about using these little triangle stickers, but nope, that's too harsh for the layering look that's going on. And I just come back to these puffy stickers. I think about adding another bird, but that's just making it more of a feature then, rather than just a sweet little detail to the embellishment cluster. So I'm going to add some of these more of these sprinkle stars and hearts. Just above the unicorn there, just at the banner, and then I've already got that one down near the camera, so that's just going to be a nice little addition. So this is pretty much the end of the layout. There's going to be some close-ups coming up, and I hope you enjoyed my process today, and let us know what's working for you and something you're looking forward to. I'll catch you next time. Bye.